The heat is real. All right, guys, we have some brand new, absolutely severe weather gear that we are going to be testing, and what I'm going to try to create is the most dangerous and worst possible scenario you can ever get in, and that is freezing ice cold water. And these things are actually meant to be able to withhold up to that. So let me tell you a little bit about this as I'm going to do it. Now, before I go do this thing, I just want to let you know that underneath this outfit that I'm going to be using, this is called Cold Snap. It's just a t-shirt and some wet swimming trunks that I found laying around in my shower. So now this severe weather gear is actually not just meant for winter time. It's actually meant for all year round because it has a multiple part zip-in liner, and it has a lot of special features that is not just regular bibs and overalls. And we're gonna go over some of those just in case you guys are working out in the nastiest weather all day long, or maybe you like to go hunting or fishing out in some nasty gear, and maybe you just don't like to be cold. Maybe that's it. Maybe you just don't like to be cold. It's got some special things like magnetic pockets, which are nice. It's got a zip up and down, so if you got to take a leak while you're out at work, you don't have to de-dress everything. It's also got expandable gussets, so if you got a gut, you can do it. Plus, if you've got, this is kind of cool. It's got a coat. I'll show you that in a minute. But both the coat and the bibs have the same thing. Higher pockets, because what this does is this makes you put your hands up here, improves your posture, and increases your warmth. Another thing about this is the actual overalls themselves have a zip up, so you can get yourself all ready to go. Ooh. You can get yourself all ready to go, even if you got your boots on. You don't have to take your boots off to do this thing. Now, this is a raincoat in spring, summer, fall, and it's insulated in winter time. I am going to wear just these because I don't want to go through the ice in boots. I just don't want to get my boots wet. So these are just swimming shoes. What else can I tell you about? It uses a special kind of liner. I don't know what the liner is called. What else can I tell you about? Well, let's show you the coat. So the coat is a multiple part series. So you can zip out this inner liner and just wear this out to wherever you want to do. Zip it in when you really want to get gussied up. And I'm already getting hot. Something's in my pocket. I don't need that in my pocket. It also actually acts as a flotation device, and in a minute I'm going to go through the ice and demonstrate. The heat is real. Holy crap. I'm not joking. I'm instantly hot. I love Velcro sleeves. Not everybody does Velcro sleeves, but everybody should do Velcro sleeves. I don't know why. I could see this being the absolute perfect gear for snowmobiling. It actually has a 90% heat retention rate. So after I go through the ice, I sit around and I'm perfectly fine. And I found out why I was perfectly fine is because even though I'm soaking wet, I'm still retaining 90% of my own body heat. Well, it's kind of cold because you put on wet swimming trunks. You know how you get cold instantly no matter where you're at? Oh! It's a flotation device. That's it. All right, the next thing we got to do is test it out. But let's look at some of the features it has. We've got a inside pocket here. We've got these upper pockets up here. So this is really meant to keep that posture up. Instead of down, well, you got them down here, but you know, you go down here, you kind of slouching up here. I actually love stuff like that. I love the little things, man. I get excited about things like when they got extra gussets in the arms so you can move and groove. getting too crazy. Again, all the pockets are magnet here, but I am going to try to get the actual one of the main reps on the horn for you guys. They got some kind of side pockets here, front pockets. I've got a side, oh, this is the zip down leg. So yeah, you can zip her all the way down and get right at your junk when you need to. All right, we gotta stop talking and start smashing some ice to see if we can't break through. Let's go. I filmed this in December, and I am now releasing this 4 months later because I've been testing this the entire winter, and I will tell you right now, this is by far the best, warmest. I love this coat. I love this coat for any outdoor activity. There is not a warmer, better coat that I have ever worn. These are expensive, but you get what you pay for. And this coat will perform unreal. Well, I'm gonna shut up and just let you guys watch. I am completely floating. Yep, it is definitely keeping me afloat. It's not waterproof, so that cold water is seeping in. But watch what happens. So I'm not trying to stand or do anything. She's just taking over for me. So if you break through, she'll keep you afloat. All right. Let's see how it is. Let's see how fast I can warm up. Getting out. Now let's pretend I got no place warm to go. Let's just see what happens. I did get water in my suit, which is, you know, hey, it's not a freaking wetsuit. It's just a outdoor suit. Other than my feet, which obviously I'm just wearing swim things, I'm perfectly fine. My hands are cold. My feet are cold. I'm fine. Bear, I'm fine. Come here, Bear. Come here. Come here. Look. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You need a drink? Do you need a drink, Bear? Do you need a drink? Do you need a drink of water? Yeah, no, they didn't lie. So right now, I could keep working all day long. I could. I really could. I'm not trying to tell you this because I want you to go out and do this experiment, but other than my hands and my feet, I'm perfectly good. But let's find out what exactly makes this stuff tick. But until that happens, I'm just gonna hang out here with you guys because to prove to you I'm not cold. Camera's still running. One more fish running. Pull some ice chunks out of my pocket. My head didn't get wet at all. I did get, so here's the tail of the tape. Turn this other camera off. I don't need this one running. We'll keep this one running so you guys can. Okay, so here's the tail of the tape. My front is moist but cold. Water got up my back. My head stayed completely above water, so my head didn't get wet at all. My knees were floating above the water. My butt got wet. But now if they made some boots and some gloves to go with it, I don't think you'd have to come back in. I mean, I don't recommend you doing this. Don't try this at home, you guys, but this isn't about that. This is about, you know, worst case scenario, you fall in somewhere and you're not gonna sink, because that's the big thing, man. If you're out ice fishing and you fall in, your clothes are dragging you down. I mean, that's dangerous. And of course, you got maybe however long before hypothermia sets in, and this ain't gonna be much different than that, because I mean, it was cold inside of the suit when I was in the water, 100% for sure. But it was, you know, getting out, if I'm 20 miles from civilization or what have you, if I got myself out, I could get myself home wearing this. And remember, I am only wearing a t-shirt and swimming trunks under here. I don't have any warm clothes, and the swimming trunks were cold out of the gate. Let's take a look at how wet it got inside. Oh God, it's freaking cold out here now. This is going back on right away. Holy crap, yeah. So this got wet back here. I'm putting this down. The day I did this test, it was 16 degrees Fahrenheit. So not bitterly cold, but definitely not where you want to sit around soaking wet and enjoy the sun. I love testing products. Water out. That back up. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is easily the warmest coat I've ever had. Not even close. There's nothing that even comes close to this thing. All right, guys, I've got Chad, and he's one of the guys, they custom build these suits right down in Albert Lea, Minnesota. But Chad, how was I able to get out of the freezing water and be fine afterward?
Well, our HydroFlow technology and PrimaLoft is really what benefits you in that situation. We float you to the top. It assists you in getting out of the hole that you're in back onto a sheet of ice. And PrimaLoft doesn't absorb water. It retains body heat. That's one of the big benefits. And we use PrimaLoft Gold. It absorbs no water, and it retains your body heat. So once you got out, even though you were wet, even though it was cold, that water was 34, 35 degrees at most, because the ice above it was at 32 and frozen, your body temperature starts to, degrade. It goes down, and that's what kills people. It's usually not a drowning effect. It's the body core temperature going down, but PrimaLoft holds your body heat. So even though you were wet, once you got out and you were out of that solid state of cold 34-degree water, your body is still at X temperature, and that PrimaLoft retains your body heat, keeping you warm. The windshield of the event laminate and that nylon material on the outside cuts the wind down, so that PrimaLoft on the inside of that jacket can hold your body, keep you warm enough to get to safety.
Okay, so what is PrimaLoft? Why aren't more guys using PrimaLoft? I mean, why isn't this in every outdoor jacket out there then, Chad?
There's a lot of people using PrimaLoft. You don't hear near as much about things like Thinsulate anymore. So PrimaLoft was invented by the military, and there's even an advanced military grade for PrimaLoft. But on the consumer side, there's a couple different levels. PrimaLoft Gold is the highest, and it's like 90% body heat retention. A lot of places use PrimaLoft Silver, and it's really just a cost factor, Stanley. And we chose to go with the highest of the high, And we did that in all of our components. We did it with our laminate for waterproofing using eVent. We did it with nylon. We did it with our HydroFlow technology. And, of course, Primaloft Gold, the highest of insulation values. There are a few suits out there that use Primaloft Gold as well, but they don't remove. They don't be used as a wind jacket, a rain suit year-round. That's the difference in some of ours.
So with yours, you have the ability to turn it from an all-season suit into using all year round into a rain suit, right? So are you physically removing the Primaloft at that point?
Yes. So at that point, let's say you're out fishing Lake Minnetonka or up on Lake of the Woods or wherever, and it's a driving rain, but it's 65 degrees. Maybe it's 85 degrees. Rain still is cold no matter what. When you get wet, it stinks. But if you want to stay out doing that, you keep our shell on. You can take the insulation out in less than 2 minutes on the top and bottom. We provide a waterproof bag that comes with it for each component, top and bottom. Throw them in your compartment, and you have a full professional-grade rain suit, waterproof with YKK zippers. We have the eVent laminate on the nylon. You are going to stay dry while out doing whatever you're doing, even if it's cleaning out the eave troughs because your wife's mad because the basement's getting wet. If it's a driving rain and you're wearing our suit, you're going to stay dry.
Okay, so one of the things that I do want to touch base on, Chad, is this is not meant to be a dedicated life vest or buoyancy device, right?
Correct. It is not a certified life jacket by the Coast Guard. But it is float. It will assist you in getting out of a bad situation. And that's the biggest thing. That core body temperature is the key factor. So we get you to the top of the water, get you next to an ice sheet. Then you can slide out, roll out, do all the things you need to do to get out. And then that Primaloft pays a big factor because it will retain whatever body heat you have there and help keep you warm, keep your body core temperature from dropping anymore.
Now, one last question, Chad. This is not a cheap system. This is probably one of the most expensive systems out there. Did you guys aim, when you were developing this and building this, did you aim to be basically one of the absolute premiers out there, or where were you aiming at when you were, what was your thoughts when you were trying to build this thing in the first place, knowing that you're pricing this higher than just about any other system out there that I've personally seen? What's the deal with that?
One, we are the only so far and the first year-round suit. So nobody else is making the convertible option to be a full protective rain suit and a full insulating floating ice suit. Nobody's doing that. Secondly, we took components of the best in everything we knew, from rain suits to floating ice suits, and we took that Primaloft Gold, which very few are using. We took eVent and we did it with nylon. Many are doing poly. We made it tougher. We made it more durable. We used the best of the best components in zippers like YKK, and we said, build it with our innovations on the pockets, the zippers, the waist belts, the notched heels, the things that we did that are very, very unique to us, because we prototyped for 2 years and then we went to the designer, which is backwards. Most of the companies I've ever repped for in 20 years in this industry have always been a suit designed by designers given to us saying, hey, look what we did for you. We did it opposite. We did it as actual users and said, we want the best of the best. Now hit us with the price. Our designer hit us with the price, and we said, you know what? If you go look at a professional grade rain suit of even close quality, you're going to spend X. Floating Primaloft Gold ice suit, you're going to spend X. We put them together. One suit is all we have to deal with, not two. Were we there? We're there. So at $12.99 retail, when you look at what a person spends on an equivalent rain suit and an equivalent floating insulated ice suit, we're there. We beat them oftentimes, even when you take two, put it into one.
Okay. Well, I wanted to get it straight from you, Chad, so thank you to that. But I do have one last question for you.
Let her rip.
When are you coming out with boots and gloves?
We do have a glove series, but they're really just based on, in the cold factor, they do have a laminate to them for waterproofing. They do have insulation in them, but we do use the silver in insulation just for a cost factor, and they are leather gripped. So we do have gloves available in both full finger and what we call the shocker. It is just like this. It is 3 fingers that are mittened up.
Wonder why you call it the shocker. We won't get into that one. All right. Well, that was the only thing that got cold on me was my hands and my feet. On the whole thing, even my face was fine, and I noticed my head didn't even. It kept my head out of the water. You know, I jumped in. I didn't jump in face first.
Hood.
What's that?
That's a good. There is a removable insulated hood in there.
Yep.
So in the rain factory, you can unzip the liner hood and just have the rain shell hood.
All right. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it, buddy.
You bet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what I should do? Because I'm trying to demonstrate that you're fine. I think you get the point. Let's go pull this apart. Oh, how much of this I want to take all the way off. It should not be freaking cold. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual, because they say it's spring, summer, fall, right? So let's take a look at this. We got multiple connections there, so it doesn't ride up on you. You know, you don't get them riding your inside coat riding up on your sleeves, right? So this here, so that's one piece, and the inner coat has zippers there, hood, and the hood will zip off. So if you don't want a hood, that's a pretty sharp looking coat. Let's just see how this looks in and of itself without anything else. Yeah, that's a nice looking coat. Yeah. Pockets there. What do we got? Do we got another pocket here? What is that? Looks like a pocket. Oh yeah. Magnet pocket right there. Oh, magnet on one side, zipper on the other. Nice. I love these magnet pockets. So satisfying. That is so satisfying. You know, this is an investment though. This isn't like your normal, you're gonna go down and spend $200-300. I think this whole outfit's like $1,000. Don't know. Okay, so that's the inside shell. What is this magic? Oh, look at this. You can fold your hood up inside of your coat. So if you don't want to have your hood out, if you want to go with the sleek look, you can do that. Inside pocket. So this is just a raincoat. So at this point, it's a raincoat. Without the liner in it, now you can wear this the rest of the season. So it helps justify the purchase, right? So it's not just a one season wonder. So now you have full rain protection. And then, look at this. You can tighten up the waist right here. So you got a waist cinch. So you can keep that cold air from blowing up and in. This is the premium stuff. Yeah. Yeah, baby. All right, let's take a look at this now. I wonder if this has an inside liner. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let's take a look at that. Let's pull it apart. Take a look at how this liner fits in here. Okay, so I mean, I'm seeing, the more I explore, look at, we've got cinches here, so you can cinch it up, cinch your legs up. Let's see how. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It comes right out. That zips right out. The inside liner zips out so that it turns it into all-weather rain gear. And let's do the other side. I'm telling you, I had all that water on board, but it's so well insulated. you're actually okay with it. You know, your body warms up the water. You know, you're swimming in a pool and you take a leak in the pool and it's a warm spot. Well, it's no different about this thing. You just warm up the, warm it up. I'm not saying take a leak in your clothes, but same concept. Okay. Sorry. Pockets, we have back pockets. So pockets there, pockets here, back pockets there. This part is the rain suit right here. So we got to turn it inside out. So now you've taken the insulation factor out, but you still have the rain suit in it, and this is flotation plus knee cushion. Same with this one. All right, you guys. That is the Cold Snap severe duty outdoor gear for the guys that are serious about working outdoors. Look at this. You know what? Let's show you. I'm going to pop this sucker back on. I want to show you this. I want to show you some of the... Okay, so now we're in rain suit mode right here. Here. You can also loosen it. Tighten that all the way up there. Zip your legs down. I'm going to leave them open. I got to dry all this stuff out. Yeah. Tons of features. I mean, it's for the guy that's serious about what he's doing. It's, you know, if you're a weekend warrior, you're only going to wear it once, well, and you got the money to spend, awesome, do it. But if you're an avid outdoorsman or a fisherman and you just want the best of the best, it's right here. This is easily the best of the best. The size that I'm wearing is an XL-S. Huh. And it's made by Cold Snap down in Albert Lea, Minnesota. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed going along for the ride. I love testing stuff for you guys because, I mean, heck, I work outside with you guys, so I know what it's like to get cold, wet. It's not fun. This takes the bite out of the bitter. Then it makes all the sense in the world. That's it for this one. God bless. Go get him, you guys. We'll catch you on another one.